welcome back to my channel. My name is David, and this is Life Stories with Bussy. Today's episode is going to be quite different because I have a caller, and let me just give you a background of this story. So I got a mail from a certain man who said he and his wife had been separated for 4 years, and that he takes responsibility for all the things that happened, and that he wants his wife back. He wants to make everything good. He wants to start with her all over again. Now, I was curious. Your wife has been gone for 4 years. What have you been doing since? I was so curious to know what happened, but he kept on saying, it's okay. I know everything was my fault. I just want her back. Okay. So, I'd asked for number. So he was reluctant to give me his wife's number, but eventually he gave me his wife's number. I called this lady up. And she was so excited, apparently she had watched one of our programs before, and she was so excited to talk to me. I thought I was on set, and I just thought, oh, wow, it would be interesting to have her on the other line so we could hear her own story. And so I asked her permission, and she said yes, that I could view it. And so today, you have on the line, calling in from somewhere in Lagos, Tayo Adebanjo. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Tayo.
Oh, hello, Bussy.
Thank you very much for wanting to tell your own part of your story.
Thank you, Bussy. Actually, it was a friend that gave me your link. I stumbled on that story of that lady that her father was a gate man, and I thought, oh, let me also share my story. I didn't even know you call me this fast. So thank you.
Oh, really? That's a coincidence, but I'm glad you watched it and you enjoyed it. So, can you tell us why you walked out of your marriage and why you're never going back?
I'm so done with that marriage, Joe. And let me say the word again. I'm never going back to that marriage. People always have something to say. When the people are not in your shoes, they have a lot of things to say. I was the one in that marriage, and I said I'm not going back. Shebi now he's going around telling people that now I have money, I'm doing so well, and that's why I feel I'm too big to be married to him. People don't have that true story.
Like I said, when we spoke earlier, he said he regretted his actions. He said that he's taking responsibility for them, and that he wants to make everything good. You understand? And he wants you guys to be together again.
Like, let's just hear what you said. He said he regrets his actions. Please let me just say the story, then at least maybe you get the gist. Let me say my own side of the story. I met Gordon while we were in university. For me it was love at first sight. Gordon, very tall, handsome, he's somebody that if he asks any girl out, they will just fall at their feet. And me, I was just one girl there like that. I wasn't that fine. I wasn't all that. I was just like a random girl. So when Gordon came to me, I was like, God, I've just won a lottery. For me, I just went for it. I didn't even think twice. I was happy that I could have this kind of guy. Though he showed some real signs when I said yes and we started dating, but that was just maybe using vulgar words, shouting. I felt like maybe it was a man thing. He didn't beat me or he didn't hit me actually. Along the side, he took me home, to show that I'm a good girl. I would cook, wash clothes, clean the house, for his mom. I was doing all that to make him happy. Even his own house and his mom's place. I was doing.
You were cooking and washing in his house.
I would call that very wrong step. I can tell 1 million girls that if I find anybody in that shows. But that's how that sea finish came in. Like they saw me finish. I was desperate to keep him. So what will I do? You have to play that role of that good wife, even if you're not yet married. But it was a very wrong step. Along the line in the dating, I got pregnant and we started discussing actually, let's settle now that there's pregnancy. That's how it took me home. The way mother-in-law thing, they'll go and pray. That's how they started and told me in a church that my own mom is a witch and she was against us doing good in life. Me and my husband, I said,
Hold on. In our church, they told her that your mom was a witch.
Yes, they told her. And that's how she came up with the first condition, that if I can bring my mom to come and do deliverance in their church, that's when I can marry her son. That was my first condition. Oh,
To marry her son, you have to bring your mom to do deliverance in their own church.
yes, because they said she was a witch.
Wow. Hey. That's something.
She be silly me. Is that not enough for me, for a girl to, I would have walked away. Silly me. I still went away to my mom. I went to cry that this one, oh, and my mom is an amazing person. She raised us, raised our cousin. There's never been anything like that. I went to my mom. And my mom is a Muslim. She said God in the best way she knows. So I went to my mom, crying to her that she please go for this deliverance, that my happiness depends on it. I even thought that it's possible for me, that isn't, I think she might even be a widow, that she might not know, maybe it's that because of this deliverance she'll be delivered from. God, see my life.
God. So what did your mom say? What did your mom say?
My mom now, I'm a Yoruba girl. So like, Omotayo, Matare Lopo. Nítorí ọ̀rọ̀ ọkùnrin o. I didn't understand the adage. It was an old adage that they used to say. I didn't understand that word. I was in love. I know she's not a Christian, and she said she doesn't even wish anybody bad. I didn't get this. I didn't understand. While I was still trying to beg my mom, oh, please come for deliverance, ma. I lost my job again. I said, I was like, this is the time for me to hurry and marry Godwin. And one way or the other, man, I just sidelined my mom, my uncles and aunties, and I just begged my sister. That's how I went to one quiet registry, and we got married. My sister was actually the only person present. Then, the other day told me that my mom cried. She even tried calling me, but I just separated ties from all those family members that I've moved on with my life. And that's how we started the married thing. Just shortly after, Godwin started complaining that I don't know how to cook. I don't know how to do this. The complaint was much. The next thing I started hearing is, oh, you don't work to marry me. You don't do this. You're not even caliber of people that can marry me. It started making me feel bad. I was like, where is this thing coming from? So I wasn't getting the gist. We had this argument. Is either complaining today or talking to me that I should count myself lucky to be married to him. That's how we had this heated argument. I know I was pregnant. That's how he kicked me. I fell and bleeding started. They rushed the hospital to clean. The pregnancy was gone. I lost the pregnancy. A year after, I was trying to conceive. During that year, nothing was happening. I wasn't getting pregnant again. That's how my mother-in-law too now started her own issue, that I'm a scam, that I scammed his son to marry me, that I should even be counting myself lucky that I'm married. And when it was getting so much, I started looking for job I couldn't even get. My self-esteem was low. I couldn't get a job. I kept trying. I didn't even have money to even buy pad. I didn't have. Because even when I asked my husband for money, he said he doesn't have. Even foodstuffs, he will give money to my mother-in-law to buy food in the house. So I didn't have anything.
Hold on. Let that straight. Your husband was giving his mom money to buy foodstuff in your own house.
In my own house, yes. He was. And then when I asked him for money, you say he doesn't have. So it was difficult for me financially. It was actually difficult.
But this, why didn't you call your mom?
Busola, I should call my mom. Remember that she was called. I didn't pick. I left her. I severed ties with everybody. I even had information. I blacklisted all those family people. I don't know. When the love has covered your face. Maybe I was wrong at that time. I couldn't call her. I was ashamed. I even heard that she went at some point. My mom had called me several times, or sometimes she went to my in-laws place. They didn't give her any audience. They didn't allow her to see my mother-in-law. Not to. She doesn't even know where I was staying. She sent me several messages I didn't read. So imagine her going back to her. I was ashamed. I didn't want to.
Wow. That's really sad.
It has not even finished. Maybe I'm saying my part of the story. Okay, that's how one day a friend of mine called me and said he saw Godwin at naming ceremony with his baby and his girlfriend. I was like, are you sure?
His baby and girlfriend.
Yes. If they tell you something, it's like maybe they are lying. They even sent me proof. At least if I don't know the baby and the girl, I will know my husband. They sent me pictures and videos. That's it. So I confronted him and was like, no, that yes, will it just be waiting? Will it just be waiting for me? And that's how I was like, He said he can't just be waiting for me to have a child. That's how the mother-in-law too came in and said, I should even still count myself lucky that I'm still in this house. It was really bad.
Wait. Are you for real? All these things happened?
I'm not. It even said I should be lucky that they did not bring that lady into the house. All this were happening. You can even ask him. You can ask him if he's willing to be truthful. He will agree with whatever I'm saying, because this is my own side of the story and I'm not even lying. I'm not perfect though. I might have my flaws. Maybe I didn't do one thing right. Maybe at some point maybe I shouted or something. I'm telling you what happened. To even as I'm just talking, I just remember there was one time like that. I went to the island. No, things were bad, but I didn't give up. I just wanted to get a job so I can have money. I went to the island. You know how Lagos is now, traffic. It really rained. They didn't quickly attend to us. So when it was running late, I just called somebody, one of us that went for interview. Let me use your phone. Truecaller now. That's how Truecaller revealed the identity that was a guy. I didn't even see it. I was looking for how to talk to him and get back to mainland. That they were late. Oh, it's raining. And my phone was even low, was dead. I didn't take my battery. A woman trying to get herself back. She might not get some things right. That's all I can just think of, to call my husband. I said, okay, I'm late. I'm coming back. That's why when I got to one jati similarly, I wanted to join a great gang. Hey gosh, hey God. A woman trying to get a job for herself, and her husband is not telling her she went to do Agbere. That's when my sixth sense came up and said, no, you can't continue with this mess. I took up that courage and I called my mom. My mom picked immediately. She came and just came to carry me. They even came with my cousin. My cousins wanted to beat him, but my mom said, no, that's how they packed my things. He was even at the effrontery. They had the gun.
Sorry. I need to get that again.
Okay.
When you came back from the job interview.
Okay.
Did he beat you?
That's what I'm saying, because I'd called him. I didn't know. I just picked someone's call. And Truecaller revealed that it was a guy. It was a guy's name. I didn't know. So it's not maybe I went to meet a guy. So that's why I looked at him. He said I've joined adultery, that I'm Agbere or something. And I was trying to explain to him that it was traffic, my phone was dead, I could not charge it, was circumstances that I even had to beg somebody so I can call him so we know that I'm still on my way home and there's traffic. I just wanted to give him my update. And that was why he beat me like someone that does not have family. Like, a girl that does not have family. So that's when I got my sixth sense. And I took up courage and I called my mom. And she came on right back and called immediately.
Wow. You have a great mom. Your mom is such an awesome woman.
Yes, so Yaniwura, especially my mom. God will continue to sustain you, Yami. She's not here, But no, she did a great one for me. For once, she didn't talk about the incident. She was just there encouraging me. Even when my aunties and my uncles were talking that, why did you leave your family people? It was only my mom that could understand. And after some weeks, when I was able to get my bearing, she called me up and said she had some money, that she sold one of Popsy's property, that what do I want to do for myself, that she should give me the money. that I should do something. So she gave me money and I started business and my own business. I've invested 3 years into that business and I was growing and things were working back well for me. I even wanted, I paid my mom, she didn't even want to collect, like, head back, but like, I now had money, I could do things for myself. And it's been over 4 years old. He never called me, he never did. That I left the house. The man never called me anything.
He never called you all the time you were at home. For 4 years, he's not called you.
Busola, he never did. All of a sudden, you get all of a sudden, he wants me back. Who? Busola, who? I don't know. I never served him divorce papers, But right now that I'm settled, I'm preparing those papers. Because I don't know. They used to say God hates divorce. But I'm very sure this is my God that is up there. He doesn't want me to be stupid, actually. That's what I'm going to say on that word.
Okay, Tayo, what about if your husband has changed?
Busola, my reply to that statement is, I wish him well with his new behaviors. Because I need you. So it won't be like you heard my own stories. I need you to confirm all I've said from his own end. All I know, right now, all I know is about myself. I have a new life. I want to be happy. And I don't want him inside that new life. This is what I want for myself. This is what my heart is saying. I don't want him inside, though. I'm not dating any man. I didn't even date any man. I'm not even dating any man. Right now, I want to focus on myself and focus on my career path. Let me grow. I don't know what else I want right, but these are just the two things I want right now. I don't know how. I don't know, but I know how people might give me so many million reasons why I should go back. I wanted to even see what your viewers will write about this story, but really, Busola, I'm not going back.
Tayo,
Yeah?
thank you so much for sharing your story with us. I really, really do appreciate this. And I also want you just say hello to your mom for us. She's such an amazing woman for supporting you. Yeah. Thank you so much. I don't know what to say, but what do you guys think? Do you think that Tayo should go back to her husband? He is a changed man. And it's enough thing that we heard two sides of the story. But do you think that Tayo's husband deserves a second chance? What's your take on this? I'll be in the comment section. So next time we come the way with another interesting story. Before you leave, please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Thank you.